2,000 years ago.
A new trailer for Avengers Endgame has dropped, offering fans their closest glimpse yet of the latest MCU epic. Marvel is still playing things pretty close to the vest on this one, but here are all the cool teases and hints we were able to find in this new footage. Surprisingly, a significant portion of the trailer is devoted to reused footage from earlier MCU movies, recapping the highlights of these heroes' long journeys so far. We see Tony reflecting on building the original armor in the first Iron Man movie and becoming a hero. Here's a pre-Super Soldier Serum Steve Rogers dreaming of becoming a hero. The trailer also features an audio clip from Steve's conversation with an elderly Peggy Carter in Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
And sometimes the best that we can do is to start over.
It turns out her advice is more relevant than ever. Rounding out the main trio of Avengers, the trailer includes a few shots from the first Thor movie. All of these reused scenes seem intended to remind fans of how much the Avengers have lost over the past 10 years of the MCU. The emphasis on red and gray tones only heightens the sense of death and loss. It's worth noting we don't see any of Hulk's origin moments here, but hey, that's probably because no one wants to remember the Incredible Hulk anymore. But is it possible there's more to this footage than meets the eye? Given that the conflict in Endgame will probably hinge on the Avengers somehow undoing Thanos' decimation, is it possible we'll see our heroes travel back to the events of these earlier movies and revisit their own pasts? Peggy's line, "Sometimes the best we can do is start over," hints as much. Hawkeye is prominently featured in the new trailer, including this flashback shot of Clint training his daughter to be an archer. We can't help but think of Kate Bishop, a teen heroine who takes up the Hawkeye mantle in the comics. Is this the MCU's version of Kate? We also see Clint's emotional reunion with Natasha. All signs point to Hawkeye's family perishing in the decimation, making Nat about the closest thing he has left to family. We also know, thanks to Black Widow's hair, that a lot of time passes during the movie. In one scene, she still has the Infinity War blonde bob, while later we see her signature red hair has grown out. We're used to Natasha's hair changing with each new movie, but her hairdresser is working overtime in Endgame. The trailer features a couple familiar shots from the big game teaser, including an eerie glimpse of New York and a look at Steve running a support group for survivors. This is a touching tribute to the Falcon, as Sam was shown running a support group for military veterans in Winter Soldier. Here's a new look at Ant-Man after escaping the quantum realm and discovering the tragedy that's unfolded in his absence. The boarded-up house suggests that a decent amount of time has passed since Infinity War. Here's one of the coolest shots in the trailer as Rocket Raccoon makes War Machine his new BFF. Here's our one good look at Nebula in the trailer. It's hard to tell if this scene is taking place on Titan in the aftermath of the Thanos battle or somewhere else. Here we get our first look at the new Captain America costume and shield. It looks similar to Cap's Civil War costume, though the new poster shows that it also has some comic book style chainmail on the armor. Here's Ant-Man in action, jumping on a pencil and bumping into what looks like a microphone. In another of the trailer's big moments, we see most of the Avengers gathered together for a mission wearing a new set of armored uniforms. We'd assume they're heading off to rescue Tony and Nebula, but both characters are already in the group. Given how similar the design of these suits is to the Ant-Man and Wasp costumes, we're guessing the Avengers are getting ready to venture into the quantum realm. That could be the key to traveling back in time and undoing Thanos' actions. Three Avengers heavy hitters are conspicuously absent in this scene: Thor, Hulk, and Captain Marvel. As the three most powerful members of the team, they may have a completely separate mission. Will they be tasked with confronting Thanos while the rest of the Avengers head into the quantum realm? Speaking of Carol, the only time we see her in the trailer comes in the humorous final sequence where she bonds with Thor. This appears to be taking place a while after the post-credit scene from Captain Marvel, as Carol is dressed in civilian Earth clothes and wearing makeup, and Natasha has the same hairstyle as she did in the Captain Marvel end credit stinger.
I like this one.
For more coverage of the MCU, check out our review of Captain Marvel and our breakdown of what Hawkeye's new Endgame costume means. And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.